This is proof that no matter how crazy and scolding he is, Alan himself will never deny it. A tough warrior will never compromise on strength, doesn't cheat on powerful things. This is a blatant assessment of his strength by the warrior who is on par with him. Brother, Anya also understood. In this battle, it wasn't that Anya narrowly avoided fatal injuries. It was Alan who let her hide. Before Hognii intervened, the right shoulder was also aimed at the right shoulder. He released to prevent her from getting up. The golden shoulder armor is equipped there, which will significantly reduce the killing ability, which is completely different from the blow Alan would use. It was precisely because Alan stopped his hand that the battle between the brothers dragged on until now. I'm a good-for-nothing, a king who does nothing, and I have no family, but the dark elf, who had fallen into the depths of the underworld in self-evaluation, belittled himself and raised his head at the same time. With those trembling but calm sea-like eyes, he said, Alan, the way you are now, I think you're wrong. The wind blew. The sound of the wind replaced the sound of the weapons that had stopped ringing, and a damp wind passed between the two and one. The sound of silence separated this place from the battlefield, blowing each other's hair. At this moment, a black fringe blocked the cat's eyes. Once upon a time, there was a cat. He always had a love-hate relationship with his blood relatives. When he was very young and weak, he was buried in the ruins of the world, and he wanted to give up his only sister many times. I don't remember how many times my heart was shaken, and I wanted to push her away and leave her alone. But the cat has always protected his sister, the crybaby, the hopeless fool, the sister whose singing is bad enough to destroy everything and who irritates him. Because the younger sister has been singing, almost dead, a song lost but not alone. Since his back was to her, she did not smile. I will continue to fight with this slowness in mind, so please let it go. So the cat was saved by the goddess, survived each day of baptism, and was finally forced to stand at a fork in the road. Seeing his sister who almost died with him, the cat first cursed himself for being weak. He decided that he needed to become stronger, and at the same time, he also decided to give up on love. Please let her leave the battlefield where the weak cannot survive and leave my world. The cat is very clear. The slow and dull younger sister will not abandon her willingly, as long as she dedicates herself to the battle to pay the price of being saved by the gods. She will surely die one day. Cats already understand. The Dark Age will not tolerate her weakness, nor her innocence. I will also disown that slow-witted person. I have the goddess already. It is enough. I will do it. Then, being attracted by the goddess's divinity, he hoped that his relationship with her would be complicit. Abandon his sister and take her to the tavern, let her have other family members, and create a place for her. The cat swears that he will be faithful. To protect my sister, I sacrificed everything in me. Turn into a chariot. He decided that he will bring death and misfortune, and in order to keep his sister away from him, no matter how much he hurts her, he must always be the only chariot of the goddess. The beloved, who is one with his hatred, has never changed from before to now. Alan Flamel can only change love to hate. To pray for his sister's happiness, he has only one way. Alan raised his head and looked up, looking at the sky that is so beautiful that it makes one cry, watching the colorful light gradually approaching the western sky. Brother! Tears flowed from Anya's eyes, who knew her brother's sincerity. The bond that was never lost, the existence of the family, made her chest lose control.
Nisama.
I really want to be Nisama's family again. Nisama is also with Seer and the others. Then Anya bowed. Then Alan stretched out his left hand and raised his left palm. Needless to say, this was not a sound of anger. It was a voice that spoke calmly and sincerely. It was the voice of the older brother who cared for his younger sister. I will not let the goddess disappear. Nisama, why? Loyalty to this lady will make me stronger. And what makes me stronger is the contract between me and this lady. Feeling her brother's unshakable will, Anya cried and confided, unless you kill the one who destroyed your hometown, the Black Dragon, or my battle will not end. Even then, your happiness will be destroyed again. So, when I run to seek the end, You will definitely follow me." Hearing Alan's real purpose, Anya and Hogni widened their eyes. The anger and hatred in Alan's eyes disappeared, and he looked at his sister's figure. Anya's equipment, the golden shoulder armor, is on the right. Alan's silver shoulder armor is on the left. Needless to say, each other's weapons are a pair of gold and silver. It was almost like looking in a mirror, pulling the goddess's chariot left and right wheels. The iron bond that would never be broken no matter how much Alan wanted it. The curse of gold and silver that made Anya throw herself into battle. There is one more expectation for the goddess. That is charm. Absolute power of beauty. I hope that this stupid and annoying little sister will be placed on her, so that she will forget about this as the girl from the small garden. Get rid of your hopeless, selfish desires. Until today, I have avoided exerting charm on my sister. Well, don't think about if there's a chance after everything is over. I want to hear that poor voice singing again someday. Therefore, he will never end up with the goddess. Golden wheel, silver necklace dash. Then Alan hummed the carriage song. Singing? Brother, do you know magic? Hogni was taken aback. Anya also began to waver. My sister doesn't know. I didn't know my brother had magic. This magic appeared after Anya's farewell. That's strange. It was Alan who would never sing in front of her. Love of hate, Makuro's fantasy, destiny set. Disappear, golden wheel, before routine kills you. I won't chant that ugly spell, because it will reflect the deepest part of my heart. Anger and abominations cannot hide. I don't want to sing about the truth about my sister. If this continues, you will lose the girl from the hill. You also lost your older brother Alan. Faced with the growing, terrifying magical power, he instinctively discovered this and forcibly suppressed the contradiction of hurting his sister in order to not lose her. Whip of glory, lips of favor, the price has been paid. Spin the silver wheel until the day the head falls off. However, Hogni's sword couldn't cut him. Anya's weapon couldn't stop him. Sing and move. These are two simultaneous actions. He just retreated sharply. This behavior is repeated all the time. Just like that, Alan's body retreated dozens of meters. Like a feather blown by a strong wind. There is no need to attack. There is also no need to defend. Just run away hilariously until the spell ends. Because after this song ends, there will only be routines left on the battlefield. Even beyond the sky, hear the wheels of the dream song. The time after death, carrying the divine will of the goddess, advancing bravely. The last three subsections. All the attacks were missed, and the faces of Anya, who had finished the chant, were all stiff. The next instant, the fastest chariot began. Granny's from. Alan's body was covered with a pale silver glow as he began to run. No matter if it's slashing or magic, he can't stop the flow of light. At first, the blow still couldn't stop, and the flow of light hit Hogni first. But he still blocked it, and the torrent of light hit Hogni. Super speed, still increasing. The more you run, the faster you become. Like a spinning wheel, like a carriage galloping on the battlefield. The goddess's chariot truly comes and goes freely, rushing blindly. The tattered Hogni fell to the ground with just one blow, and at the same time, it changed direction and headed towards other battlefields. What? This is it? The flash of light flew through Aisha and the others who were fighting with Alfrig. Even Alan's carriage is unable to control the speed by itself, a snaking trajectory like the gleaming long body of a dragon. Grooves appeared. Instantly, not just running away, but not even escaping. The galloping light of the carriage mercilessly devoured the adventurers. Aisha's dappa knife broke and fell into the grave. Like Naza and Hogni, Mikoto flew into the sky, and Lunar and Chloe were thrown into the sky by it with the force of breaking the embankment. Alan, even Alfrig was affected, and the three younger brothers, who had lost consciousness, were sucked into the groove of light and became a mess. Granny's from. Alan's only magic, super high enhancement of agility and transformation of speed into power. In other words, the faster Alan is, the stronger the destructive power will be. There is no upper limit. Theoretically, as long as Alan's speed increases, The power of the attack will increase infinitely. After encasing the armor called Flash, Alan can use it to disperse everything. Even the floor master can be crushed to death by the ravages of a carriage.